Hello and welcome to the News at 10 on NTA News 24. We're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. Let's begin with the headlines. 2026 proposed budgets of 58.4 trillion naira scale second reading.
This bill is now committed to the Committee on Appropriation to refer to the Senate in 1 month.
Minister of Works directs opening of all road construction sites to ease flow of traffic during Yuletide. Travelers express concern over hike in transportation fares. And correspondent takes a look at prices of essential commodities as FCT residents make late purchases for Yuletide. Let's begin at the National Assembly, where the Senate has passed for second reading federal government's proposed budget estimate of 58.472 trillion naira for 2026. The budget of consolidation, renewed resilience and shared prosperity was laid Friday, 19th December by President Bola Tinubu before a joint session. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
The second reading of the 2026 National Budget Bill in the Red Chamber was on the front burner as debate on the 58.472 trillion naira proposal was led by the Senate leader, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele. The lawmakers described the estimate as realistic fiscal game plan to boost Nigeria's economy.
The responsibility before us is to subject this bill to rigorous legislative scrutiny, ensure transparency, and align appropriations with national priorities and the aspirations of our constituents.
The capital expenditure that was budgeted is unprecedented in Nigeria.
This appropriation bill prioritizes microeconomic stability.
And if you look at the sectoral allocations of this budget, Mr. President, I've touched on the core areas of security and defense.
It is a budget that will present the gateway to a prosperous Nigeria.
This bill is now committed to the Committee on Appropriation to refer to the Senate in 1 month.
The lawmakers also passed the 2024 and 2025 budget repeal and reenactment bills, extending implementation of the capital component to 31st March 2026, as requested by President Bola Tinubu.
The repeal and enactment seek to balance the responsiveness with fiscal responsibility, ensuring that urgent expenditure do not weaken legislative oversight and undermine the fiscal procedure.
The idea or the ugly scenario of running multiple budgets in a single revenue inflow will now be consigned to dustbin of history.
What we lack in this country is infrastructure. And what I have seen captured in this mostly are infrastructure.
It is top-notch, Mr. President. And I commend the chairman and members of the committee.
The Senate, in a point of order from Senator Babangida Hussaini, commended the intervention of the President in the ongoing construction of Abuja-Kaduna Road, but asked officials responsible to ensure adherence to standard in addition to effective traffic management.
The reports indicate a lack of sufficient temporary traffic signs, diversion markings, lane delineators, nighttime illumination, and speed control measures along many sections of a construction corridor, exposing motorists to unnecessary hazards.
Two senators from Rivers State, Mpigi Barinada and Orwell Onyeso, defected to APC from the PDP, increasing the representation of the ruling party in the Senate to 7 to 8. Senate has honored late Senator Peter Nwubushi from Delta State, who served in the 8th and 9th Senate, with a minute's silence and prayers for the repose of his soul. Plenary has been adjourned to Tuesday, 27th January 2026 for the Christmas and New Year holidays. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has passed the revised 2024 and 2025 Appropriation Acts as requested by President Bola Tinubu. And during its last plenary of 2025, the House also passed a bill to amend the Electoral Act 2022 and enact a new electoral law. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikmen reports.
My dear brother, congratulations.
The last plenary for the year commenced with notice of defection from 6 lawmakers from Rivers State who dumped the PDP for the APC.
Not a very happy day to me. I'm from Rivers State.
We also look forward to seeing more and more of the PDP family coming to join us.
The House then passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, having concluded a rigorous review which now awaits concurrence by the Senate. At the Committee on Supply, lawmakers repealed and reenacted the 2025 budget to authorize the withdrawal of 48.31 trillion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation, extending implementation of the capital component to 31st March 2026. As requested by the President, the 2024 budget was also reenacted.
Under the 2025 Appropriation Act Repeal and Enactment, the sum of 6.674 trillion was reduced from the capital allocation and rolled over to 2026 fiscal year due to funding constraints. The initiative is expected to make the budget effective in meeting the expenditure of the governors given the anticipated increase in revenue generating proper in the next fiscal year.
For lawmakers, the year 2025 has been quite engaging.
Very productive legislative year. We've had innovative bills and effective legislation for this year.
It was well spent as far as legislative work is concerned.
There may have been some dark cloud, but I see a silver lining, and I see all of the reforms that the President has commenced already beginning to translate into good times for Nigerians.
See our country today. We are going to be better off. We've turned around. We are no longer in the danger zone. We've moved out of the danger zone.
I want to call for patient understanding and prayers, because as leaders, you cannot do everything.
The House of Representatives has adjourned plenary till Tuesday, the 27th of January 2026, to enable lawmakers observe the Christmas and New Year recess. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikwen, NTA News.
Minister of Works David Umahi has issued a directive for all road construction sites to remain open and supervisors to be on duty while blocked areas are open for free flow of traffic during the festive period. The minister was speaking at an emergency meeting with contractors, federal controllers of roads and senior staff of the ministry. Kenneth Nanem reports that the minister also enumerated a number of innovations that will be brought to bear in 2026 for effective service delivery.
Gridlocks being experienced on some interstate roads is a source of concern for road users plying the routes. Minister of Works David Umahi is also concerned and has given a directive that could help in addressing the situation.
If you are doing work anywhere, the first assignment is to ensure that the traffic is flowing. For you to close sites, there must be, approval by the Federal Ministry of Works.
Umahi also expresses the need to recalibrate operations of the ministry with innovations in the coming year.
If you are not digitalized, then we will report you to head of service, who will remove you from the Ministry of Works. The greatest problem we have in our country is lack of supervision. It's lack of commitment. So we will judge every ministry staff, by, the output.
Must create innovative solutions to ensure that we have value for our money. I want to see FEMA concentrating on a particular bridge that has collapsed or a particular portion of the road that has not been maintained, so that we give people what they want.
While the minister assures the payment of already generated certificates from the Ministry of Works, he urges other contractors being owed to come up with evidence of claims for verification. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
And the Minister of State for Works, Mohamed Bello Goronyo, has commended efforts by President Bola Tinubu to deliver solid road infrastructure that will stand the test of time. Explaining efforts by the current administration in building quality roads, Goronyo also expressed commitments by FIRMA to road maintenance across the country and renewed vigor to embark on aggressive supervision of the 36 kilometers of roads across the country.
Is coming out of his comfort zone to ensure that he delivers value to Nigerians. That is to tell you that he's committed, he's patriotic. This is coming from his, desire to improve the living conditions of Nigerians. I've never seen such a president like him. What MD has done in the last 1 year, he needs to be appreciated. He was able to even got some donation from JICA, some equipment they were donated by the Japanese government. And we are going to work harder in the next coming year, 2026. I want to see FEMA concentrating on a particular bridge that has collapsed or a particular portion of the road that has not been maintained, so that we give people what they want.
Now, Court-Martial Federal Road Safety Corps Shehu Mohammed has called on motorists to remain patient and adhere to safety rules on the highways, as these are the best ways of reaching their destinations safely. He said this on a special patrol on the Abuja-Lokoja Highway, which is now clear and free for movement. Oyemi Ajayi reports.
Vehicular activities are beginning to be seen on the highways, as many are already traveling across the country to visit their loved ones. An obvious instance is the Abuja-Lokoja Highway, which over the weekend was faced with serious gridlock, with travelers spending hours on the roads. To confront this pressing challenge, the Court-Martial Federal Safety Corps directed commanding officers to increase personnel on that route to ease the traffic. Joining the special operation on that route is the Court-Martial himself to ensure hitch-free movement. The road had become seamless as motorists drive freely along the way without any hindrance.
The increase in traffic because of the movement for the festivity led to the road being, congested and in grid. An obstruction by broken down trucks, but we were able to, with the prompt attention and deployment of personnel, we were able to remove those trucks. And that's why you can see, even though the road is still busy, but at least the traffic is flowing slowly.
The Banda-Lokoja road experienced a brief gridlock due to the collision of two heavy-duty vehicles, which officers of the Corps and that of the Nigerian police hastily cleared off. The Court-Martial warned motorists to remain patient and adhere strictly to all road safety rules in order to arrive safely to their different destinations. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has inaugurated 75 electric motorcycles for the Federal Road Safety Corps. Describing the initiative as a strategic boost to the agency's operational capacity and national security, the SGF says it's a significant milestone to strengthening the FRSC's ability to safeguard lives and property across the country.
The initiative is therefore fully in line with Mr. President's directive to secure the country using a multi-energy agency, intelligence-driven and technology-supported approach. Security is a collective responsibility and no single agency can achieve it in isolation. Although FRSC was primarily established to ensure road safety, the Corps has evolved into a vital component of Nigeria's internal security architecture. We appreciate in a profound way this donation by IRS owned by Rabiu Ishaku Rabiu. I want to appeal to other equally successful businessmen to emulate this.
These bikes will be immediately deployed for traffic control along critical corridors, strategic intervention patrols, traffic enforcement operation, as well as escort and special duty assignment, particularly in areas where conventional patrol vehicles face operational limitations.
Each motorcycle is powered by advanced lithium-ion battery technology, offering a range of 150 to 160 kilometers per charge, with an operational speed of up to 100 kilometers per hour. This is the news at 10 on NTA News 24. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections, classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back. Travelers at various motor parks across the Federal Capital Territory have expressed concern over the sudden hike in transportation fares. Hawa Gimba, who visited the Utako Motor Park, reports that many commuters attribute the increase to persistent traffic congestion along the Abuja-Lokoja Highway, which has caused prolonged delays and increased travel time.
To the Utako Motor Park in Abuja captures commuters expressing growing concern over the rising cost of transportation along the Abuja-Lokoja Highway. The transporters attributed the increase in fares to persistent traffic congestion on the routes, which often results in long hours of delay and significantly extended travel times. Passengers who spoke with our correspondent lamented that transport operators have repeatedly adjusted fares upward, citing increased fuel consumption caused by low-moving traffic, prolonged hours spent on the road, and the presence of multiple roadblocks along the highway. Some commuters described the situation as overwhelming, particularly amid the current economic hardship facing many Nigerians.
So they are waiting for other vehicles to come. So and now this is 9:39. I can't wait till that time, because if I leave by now, I will be, if I want to reach my place, I will be around 1 or 2 a.m. So I'd rather go home than
For now, it's fair, but we don't know about tomorrow. Things as Nigerian, they keep hiring every time due to what they say on the road. There's no road. So drivers' vehicles have been stuck down. So here there's no enough vehicle to move people. So the few that are here, considering where they pass through and where to maneuver to go.
Very bad. Because before, as at 2 months ago, we paid like 10, 11K. And imagine like additional 4K to 10K. It's really, really bad.
Yes, I came last November, it was 8,000, but now they are telling us that it's 15,000. So we didn't find it easy going back home.
They appeal to relevant authorities to urgently intervene by addressing the traffic bottlenecks, improving road conditions, and ensuring smoother movement along the corridor as a way to ease travel and reduce transportation costs. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Nigerians must embrace their diversity and live in peace with one another, inspired by the fact that true nation building is only possible where peace and harmony prevail. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu stated this in Kaduna, where she flagged off the distribution of food items to the Christian Northern Nigeria Political Forum. State House correspondent Adini Taiwo reports that the event highlighted the changing tide of renewed peace in northern Nigeria.
Joy and a renewed sense of inclusion characterized the mood at the Umaru Yaradua Hall, Muritala Mohammed Square, Kaduna, where members of the Christian Northern Nigeria Political Forum, joined by some state governors from the zone, converged for the third annual distribution of food items organized by the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Political and Other Matters ahead of the Yuletide season. Flagging of the distribution of 48,000 bags of 25-kilogram rice with the donation of an additional 100 million naira to the forum. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says the gesture is in appreciation of its support to government by pushing the frontiers of peace and development in the region.
This intervention reflects a deep understanding of the needs of our people, especially at a time when many families are making preparations to celebrate the season of love, joy, and hope. The renewed hope agenda of the administration of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR is anchored on inclusion, compassion, and opportunity, ensuring that all Nigerians, irrespective of their status, are supported to thrive and achieve their full potential.
As a time of celebration, the Yuletide season, the First Lady notes, also offers a unique opportunity for Nigerians to reflect and strengthen their bond.
So it is very, very crucial for Nigeria to be in unity. And I can assure Nigerians that whatever it is that is happening, whatever the narrative is around the world, it is for the good of this country. Our stars are doing well. They should come and assist us. We need them, and I'm available if they want me to partner with them. So I'm saying this publicly.
It is an act that goes beyond charity. It is a measure of care, dignity, and solidarity with families during a season that calls for love and shared humanity.
You have demonstrated inclusiveness. You have demonstrated what leadership is all about. I am not surprised that the Christians are calling you the Esther of this government.
The program provided a measure of the changing tide of renewed peace in northern Nigeria, particularly in Kaduna State.
We may share separate rooms by faith, but it's just one God, and it is very important. And this is what keeps all of us together, the unity of purpose, the unity for love.
What he's done, this bringing of people together, that brought peace in Kaduna State, such a way that those bloodletters that we used to see on TV every day, our heart used to go to these people who are killed every day.
The forum acknowledged the contributions of Kaduna State Governor Ubasani to renewed peace in the region with an award from Kaduna. Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
Yes, on to the news at 10 on NTA News 24. We'll take another break. We'll be back shortly.
Let's have credible elections at the local government so that these credible people can manage the funds of local government properly. There are a lot of respected traditional rulers in the state who can say, look, enough of this thing. Mr. Governor, welcome. Thank you for coming. When you win, what will you do? First, I would like to mobilize women within the local government to form the National Council of Women Society by creating awareness in women that they must serve, they must be part of what is happening within their community.
If you stop expenditure on infrastructure, how do you now attract investments?
The state governors, the presidency, that's the federal government and the local government are all waiting for revenue from crude oil. Everything has something peculiar. So the emphasis now, if your local government has something peculiar to that particular local government, the emphasis should be keep producing that particular product.
We need to do three things. Prevent the ability of the terrorist groups to generate funding, their ability to recruit, and then their ability to access weapons.
Actually, like this here, right? I sit in the front row in the church. If I'm going to mosque and calling people are passing in God's own house, what am I doing? I'm mentoring a new generation. Those things that the only way to be taken seriously is to listen to have a lot of money.
Nigeria, live every weekday between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. on the network service of the NTA.
This is NTA News 24.
Thousands of women and youths are ending 2025 in a joyous mood in Sabangida in the Jabba local government area of Kaduna State, following a special Christmas empowerment initiative facilitated by a philanthropist, Caleb Danladi, in an effort to improve their lives. Kevin Avonyaye reports.
Empowerment initiative, which coincided with the Christmas season, is one of the many programs initiated in 2025 to bring succor to thousands of people in the benefiting communities. This event is a climax of those initiatives, which saw 1,000 women, including widows, going home with cash support on household items, as well as health insurance package and cash for the elderly and retirees, while 3,000 youths received donations for school fees and examination enrollment in a broad community development campaign of Dr. Caleb Danladi, which also covers medical outreach.
2015 that are expanded to youth development, community development, and also STEM education in 2020. Doing it out of humanity. Supporting humanity to see how people can achieve their dream in life, to see how the hopeless will have hope.
Apart from the beneficiaries, religious leaders and traditional rulers attended the event, which they describe as so lifting and impactful.
He always do that from time to time, and that will really help them, most especially at this festive time. We are so grateful, and I believe each and everyone will go home with smiles because they've gotten what they will eat, most especially during this Christmas period.
God-sent person. It's not like, just as one of our chiefs said, not like the politicians, that they will go and get to come and give us. No, he is waiting. It is out of his pocket, out of his sweat, that he always give out to widows. And we really say he is a God-sent person.
While the empowerment may be a special Christmas package for the beneficiaries, the overall impact on their lives and communities is what excites the donor more. Kelvin Ewunwaye, NTA News.
And as Christmas approaches, markets within the Abuja metropolis have witnessed a surge in activities, with the shoppers scrambling to buy food items, clothing and other essential commodities. But how affordable are these items? A market survey conducted by our correspondent Alika Okmanachi Arua reveals mixed reactions from buyers and traders.
From the early hours of the day, major markets across Abuja metropolis are filled with shoppers trying to make last-minute purchase.
From foodstuffs to fashion items, demand is at its peak, but prices tell a different story. At food sections of the markets, prices of staple items such as rice, beans, tomatoes, vegetable oil, and chicken have recorded noticeable decrease compared to previous years, while some other food items have increased marginally. Traders attribute the hike to rising transportation costs, inflation, and unstable supply chains.
This year is way better. This year is way better than last year.
The price has started going down a bit, but it's coming up a bit up. But the meat, it has not increased.
Just now, I bought just 2 chicken, very big ones for 26,000. So I think the price is okay.
This year is somehow not that good compared to other years.
Sometimes they're coming to buy. They used to come to buy. But this year is not like the last year.
How much is the basket of onions?
It's 5,000.
What are tomatoes?
Tomato 15,000, 5,000. Shumbo 5,000. 5,000.
Beyond food, clothing materials, ready-made wares, shoes and bags are also selling at higher rates. While some shoppers are adjusting to buying fewer items, others say celebrating Christmas without new clothes feels incomplete.
Things here, they are very expensive. Like this one now, this guy is selling it more than 12.
Christmas hampers and gift items traditionally exchanged during the season are not left out. Seller says buyers are now opting for smaller or customized hampers to fit their budgets.
Let's continue praying for our president. I won't say our president is bad. I know he's trying his best.
The 2025 market survey shows that Nigerians are adapting, prioritizing needs, and focusing on true essence of the season. In Abuja, Alika Opanachi, Arwa, NTA News.
The true meaning of Christmas, God's gift of Jesus Christ to mankind, is an expression of love that calls us to act with compassion towards the vulnerable and less privileged, especially children who know no Christmas, the orphaned, the streets connected, and those internally displaced. As Nigerians celebrate this Christmas and even beyond the festive period, they are reminded of the need to extend love and compassion to these groups of people. Chinenye Nwe has more.
While the Christmas day is usually a time of joy and laughter for many children who celebrate this day feeling loved and valued, the day is a frustrating one for millions of orphaned, street-connected, and vulnerable children, including those at the internally displaced camps who miss out on the joy and warmth of Christmas and who are reminded of their loss.
I'm an orphan, but it does not mean I'm hopeless. It means I'm fearless. It means I know the weight of loss, but I choose the fire of possibility. They say orphans are broken, but I say you are unshaken.
Psychological studies have also shown that celebrations play a crucial role in building the emotional well-being and self-esteem of this group of children. These celebrations are not just about fun and food, but they are about healing hearts and creating hope. It is about turning compassion into action.
My friends, we celebrate the birth of Christ. I want to make sure that orphans that I know or that I can reach, I don't even know these ones. I just know the home, the name they call it. I say, please bring such a number of children.
I do understand that they asking for pity. Pity build cages.
The orphanage children, it means a lot to them, and they will be feeling like they have mothers, and it will give them confidence to go out and say that, yes, at least we are not left behind.
Beyond this December and this festive period, Nigerians are advised to renew their commitment towards showing acts of kindness to this group of children and making it a daily practice. In Abuja, Chinenye Nwoye, NTA News.
Elsewhere, the Lagos Police Command has intensified strategic deployments with 5,000 personnel to keep surveillance on traffic-prone areas and to check organized transit crimes as the Yuletide approaches. Commissioner of Police Olorundare Jimoh disclosed this while briefing journalists on security arrangements during Yuletide across the Lagos metropolis. Musa Toliat reports.
Heavy vehicular movements during the Yuletide season results in traffic congestion in various parts of the state. To ensure that vulnerable motorists who are usually compelled to move at snail speed do not fall easy prey to traffic robbery, Lagos State Commissioner of Police said not less than 5,000 personnel have been deployed to various parts of the Lagos metropolis.
There's quite a concern to be expressed in terms of heavy vehicular movement across the state because of a lot of people that are coming from the contiguous state to Lagos State to come and do the final laps of shopping for the year. And because of this, our operation order have been very all-encompassing. We have made deployment of 5,000 police personnel on daily basis committed to traffic control. Equally is the sustained rates of criminal hideout that we have been engaging in. The issue of what they call one chance is virtually not existent in the state.
With the first section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway opened to traffic, CP Olorundare Jimoh said the command is not leaving any stone unturned to ensure security of lives and property is not compromised.
We have made deployment of 30 patrol teams comprising 6 police personnel per team. So for the corridor that have been opened, we provided close to 200 police personnel on this road. We have equally made deployment to places of worship for the people that will be going to church, that will be going to other places of recreation during the Christmas celebration and into the new year. 9 gunboats have been providing security along this waterway. Outside the about 12 to 13 patrol boats that we have on ground. And outside the marine police that will be patrolling the waterway, I've equally created what we call the submarine tactical squad. The submarine tactical squad, a special tactical squad created to protect the water area.
He, however, urged fund seekers and residents to go about their lawful activities, saying the police command is well motivated to protect lives and property during and beyond the Yuletide season. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And in a renewed push to sustain peace and public confidence, the police command in the FCT has staged a show of force across major parts of the metropolis. The operation was led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, Ishaku Sharu, as part of measures to deter crimes and reassure residents of their safety. Asabe Williams has details.
The security exercise featured a coordinated deployment of officers and patrol vehicles with strategic coverage of flashpoints and clearing illegal car park along major routes within the city. Leading the operation, the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, Ishaku Sharu, said the show of force is aimed at sending a strong message to criminal elements that the police remain proactive and ready to respond to any threats to law and order.
The show of force is to further boost the existing security architecture that the command has in place. We have just finished the expanded security meeting with the Commissioner of Police, and he has directed that I should lead this show of force. He has already activated the security architecture at the outer corridor, and he directed that I should also do the one for the inner corridor.
He noted that the command will continue to intensify visibility patrols, intelligence-led operation, and community engagements to ensure the safety of lives and property.
They should sheath their sword. If they still want to come out, we are very much ready to handle them.
The police command urged members of the public to remain law-abiding and to promptly report suspicious activities to the nearest police station. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force has reaffirmed commitment to professionalism, service excellence and people-centered policing at a senior officers ceremony that's highlighted the force's vision and mission. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun emphasized that career advancement within the force is a deliberate, transparent and merit-based process anchored on integrity, leadership capacity and proven service, rather than a routine administrative exercise. Francis Fom reports.
You are now expected to lead systems.
To whom much is given, much is expected. Police leadership stressed that appointment to senior command represents a renewed mandate to uphold discipline, accountability, and global best practices in policing. It reflects institutional confidence in officers' judgment, resilience, and readiness to provide strategic leadership in addressing national security challenges.
The security environment we operate in is dynamic and increasingly complex. Addressing contemporary threats requires strategic thinking, adaptability, intelligence-led operations, and effective deployment of both human and material resources.
I will bring along with me all my work experience in order to support the management of the Nigeria Police Force, especially this period where the federal government is anchoring on reforming the police.
With intelligence-led policing and the present administration of community policing, that is what we are going to adopt in order to make the country a safer place.
We have to think strategically to be able to decipher a way of finding solutions to the myriad of problems, security issues that are confronting the nation.
The force further reaffirms its resolve to building a professional, trusted, and effective police institution dedicated to safeguarding lives, property, and the security of the nation. Francis from NTA News.
Now, following the release of all abducted pupils, teachers and staff of St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary School, Papiri, Niger State, the government and people of the state have continued to express appreciation to President Bola Tinubu for his intervention. The victims were kidnapped on November 21st, 2025 from their boarding facility in Agwara local government area. After weeks of tension, the final batch of 130 captives was released a few days ago, bringing the traumatic incident to a joyful conclusion as families reunite. In a statement of gratitude, the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, praised President Bola Tinubu for what he described as firm and decisive leadership. He noted that while about 50 pupils escaped earlier, and 100 others were freed on December 7th, sustained pressure from the federal government ensured the safe release of everyone abducted. The minister described the ordeal as deeply personal, given Papiri's historical ties to the Borgu kingdom. The minister also commended the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, for effective coordination, and Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago for rallying critical support. He said the successful operation reflects the president's resolve to protect Nigerians wherever they are and sends a strong signal to criminal elements across the country. And President Bola Tinubu's commitments to national security and support for state governments are yielding positive results in tackling security challenges across the country. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf stated this at the inauguration of the Kano State Neighborhood Security Watch Corps, an initiative aimed at strengthening community-based security across the state. Abdullahi Mustafa has details.
2,000 youth, comprising men and women, being commissioned into the security architecture of Kano State. The Kano State Neighborhood Watch Corps, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf stated, was established to institute a community-centric security structure that will serve as an early warning system while strengthening collaboration among security agencies at the grassroots level. He thanked President Bola Tinubu for his commitment to national security and support for state governments.
Particularly his support to state governors on the establishment of state police at the sub-national level.
Kano initiative presents a powerful opportunity for coordination, standardization, joint operation across our states.
The passing out parade was witnessed by former Governor Rabi Musa Konkoso, Emir Muhammad Sanusi II, as well as stakeholders from neighboring states, as well as members of the National Assembly Committees on Security. Personnel of the Neighborhood Watch Corps, who will be deployed across the 44 local government areas of Kano State, have been provided with 88 operational vehicles and 440 motorcycles to facilitate effective operations. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
In other news, the leadership of the Nigeria Correctional Service is restating expectations on discipline, accountability, and ethical conduct. Victor Azu reports that the Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Nwakuche, is reminding personnel that ongoing reforms demand higher responsibility and higher standards.
Ongoing correctional reforms come with clear expectations. Addressing senior officers in Abuja, the Controller General of Corrections, Sylvester Nwakuche, reminds them that higher rank brings higher standards in leadership, judgment, and conduct. He makes it clear that while diligence is rewarded, misconduct will attract consequences.
This administration has zero tolerance for acts of indiscipline, particularly trafficking, compromise, or any form of unwholesome association with inmates. While we promote good work, we will also discipline bad work.
That position is echoed by the Ministry of Interior and Sister Services. Speaking on behalf of the Minister, the Secretary of the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board, Abdul Malik Jibril, alongside the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, says advancement in service is a call to deeper responsibility, demanding accountability, restraint and professionalism.
It is intended to reflect the way you discharge your duties in your custodial and non-custodial facilities. You have to be more steadfast. You have to be more dedicated. You have to be more prepared.
22 officers now assume higher responsibilities, roles the service says will test not just competence, but commitment to discipline and reform. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has officially released the 2025 Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard for ministries, departments and agencies. The findings show that out of 344 MDAs assessed, none achieved full compliance. Only 13.95% demonstrated substantial compliance, 38.37% recorded partial compliance, while almost 50% showed poor compliance. Only 3.64% were non-responsive and classified as high-risk MDAs. The findings indicate that certain improvements have been made, particularly in financial management, but several MDAs still lack the basic systems, structures, and capacities required to effectively prevent corruption.
Such anomalies within the public service, the ICPC remains resolute in its mandate and will continue to deploy appropriate corrective and enforcement measures while engaging all MDAs to strengthen transparency, ethical conduct, and accountability in support of sustainable national development.
The annual scorecard assessment of MDAs aims to promote transparency and accountability within the country's public institutions and identify gaps to necessitate corrective action. Federal government, through the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, has organized a training workshop for boat operators in Anambra, Delta, and Imo states. The three-day training took place at the premises of the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, Onitsha area office. Franklin Onyekachi reports.
The training is an intervention of the federal government and a direct response to accident investigation findings, which revealed that lack of knowledge is a major contributor to boat mishaps in Nigeria. The organizers say by equipping boat operators with the right skills in navigation, safety and emergency response, lives will be protected on Nigeria's waterways.
Not only because it's festive period, but also to ensure that they keep their safety measures as they are doing their daily work, as they're trying to make ends meet. They're also cautioned of people. Because when you look at what is happening now, if you look at the road, people are looking for water as alternative, as means of transportation.
Commanding Officer of Naval Outpost Onitsha, Commander Kabir Yusuf represented, urged the boat operators to deploy professional conduct on water.
Do not take in passenger beyond the capacity of the boat.
The program was interactive and the boat operators shared their experiences. They expressed appreciation to the federal government over the program.
When we get back to our various locations, units, or to the grassroots, we have to call our people and sensitize them on this.
There was a mishap of one of our boats around June. If we had gotten this type of training, that thing wouldn't have happened.
For the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, safety on the waterways is a priority and rules must be maintained.
The code have a penalty attached if you have a particular, you engage in a particular offense. Say life jacket, you are not on life jacket, there is a penalty attached to it.
A practical session was the highlight of the day's activities.
NIWA says adherence to these safety rules is essential for preventing accidents on Nigeria's waterways. From NIWA Onitsha Area Office, Franklin Onyekachi, NTA News.
Thank you, Franklin. You're on to the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Here's a recap of our top stories. 2026 proposed budget of 58.4 trillion naira scales second reading at Senate.
This bill is now committed to the Committee on Appropriation to refer to the Senate in 1 month.
Minister of Works directs opening of all road construction sites to ease flow of traffic during Yuletide. Travellers express concern over hike in transportation fares. And correspondence examines prices of essential commodities as FCT residents scramble for Yuletide shopping.
This is NTA News 24.
The Super Eagles have got their AFCON 2025 campaign off to a winning start with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Tanzania, securing all 3 points in their opening match. Goals in each half from Semi Ajayi and Ademola Lookman proved decisive as Nigeria sealed the win. Suleiman Musa reports.
It was a night filled with suspense and belief as the Super Eagles of Nigeria edged the Taifa Stars of Tanzania 2-1 in Fez, Morocco. Nigeria went into the encounter as favourite and with their attacking depth dominated possession. Their pressure paid off in the first half when Hull City defender Semi Ajayi rose highest to power home a precise Alex Iwobi's corner in the 36th minute, giving Nigeria the lead. The complexion of the game changed early in the second half as Tanzania equalized in the 50th minute to restore parity. However, the Super Eagles responded almost immediately with Ademola Lookman firing Nigeria back in front just 2 minutes later.
But all the same, we got the 3 points against Tanzania, and let's just see what is going to happen in the second game. I'm expecting a more coordinated side in the second match.
What matters most is the 3 points. They must win the match. They need to get back to momentum, and that they have done. For many Nigerians, they would have expected that they should be beating Tanzania 3-0, 4-0.
Congratulations to all Nigerians. First game is not always easy when it comes to a major tournament like AFCON. where you have representative of African countries slugging it out. So it's not easy. So no matter what, we should still congratulate Nigerians. Nevertheless, this is a match that we have to do a lot of reflection on. As we said, we have the players, but we don't have a team yet.
Last tournament's runners-up, Nigeria, arrived at this championship with renewed determination to go beyond the silver medal.
We had some chance to score a goal. So this is a game, like you said, we are happy for the 3 winning, and the most important thing in AFCON is to improve at every game. So now, after the analysis that we will do tonight or tomorrow morning, we have to continue to improve.
With 2 more group matches against Tunisia and Uganda in the coming days, the Super Eagles remain focused on their quest for a 4th AFCON title, knowing every game counts.
Well, that concludes the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Thank you for watching. I am Dennis Adigunloye.